They wave the WBA version of the championship belt there, and the entrance of Hearns. Just that shadow boxing there that Leonard's doing as he comes down the aisle here. Television camera lights on him, and his face lights up when he sees that. He loves it. There he is, the Cobra, the Motor City Man, the Detroit Hitman, all kinds of names they give him. 32 fights unbeaten, and 30 of those failed to finish. Film stars, celebrities all around the ringside, but the stage belongs to these two. And it really is a jazzy outfit that Sugar Ray has chosen for the occasion, and he's making sure that Tommy Hearns can see the speed of his punches as well. Tremendous atmosphere. You could cut it with a knife, and it's difficult to make yourself heard around here. The tremendous heat gives us all a bit of desert throat.
Ladies and gentlemen, the officials assigned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission for the main event of the evening. The judges are Chuck Minker, Dwayne Ford, and Lou Tabbitt. The timekeeper is Jane Broadfoot. Counting at the knockdowns, Charlie Roth. The doctors at ringside, Doctors Donald Romeo, Dr. Flip Homansky, and Dr. Daniel Zimmerman. The referee for the main event of the evening, Mr. Davy Pearl. This is the feature attraction of the evening. 15 rounds of boxing for the undisputed welterweight championship of the world. Introducing, in the blue corner, fighting out of Palmer Park, Maryland, weighing in at 146 pounds, the WBC welterweight champion, Sugar Ray Leonard.
10 stone, 6 pounds. There he is, showing out there to both Hearns and the crowd. He knows there's a lot of Detroit supporters here.
And in the red corner, from Detroit, Michigan, he is the WBA welterweight champion of the world, undefeated in his professional career. Introducing Thomas, the Motor City Cobra, Hearns. 15 rounds of boxing.
And now there they go then, coming up for the fight they billed as the Showdown. It could also be called the Count-Up, because they can make anything to gross up to $50 million right across the world, and yet American home television is not seeing it for a month. So we come out for the first round very much like a minefield for these two, wondering which one's going to falter first. Hearns, the reputation of the great puncher, who, believe me, can also box a bit. And Sugar Ray Leonard, a super boxer who can also punch hard. To my surprise, Hearns has actually come into the ring favourite all week in Las Vegas, the gambling city of the world. But Leonard has been favourite. But right at the last minute, the smart money, as they call it, went on Hearns at 7-5 on. That means you've got to lay $1.60 to win $1 if you want Hearns to win. Ray Leonard, 7 pounds lighter than in his last fight when he won the junior middleweight championship against the Ugandan Kaluli. But that title is not at stake tonight. Well, what a relaxed start indeed by Sugar Ray. Good boxing, good defensive stuff. And Hearns there always uses this tremendous 78-inch reach. Uses the left hand almost like a blade to drop the right hand as the guillotine. There he tried it there. really does stiffen a lot of opposition, Hearns, and I think he frightens some before he throws a punch. He certainly would me. His eyes, they really look like gun barrels, and the fists are like bullets, but this man, Ray Leonard, he's gone all through this pressure stuff before, and the secret with his boxing and fighting is he takes such a good punch. He absorbs it so well. Never been down as a pro, down twice in a long career as an amateur. He got up twice and stopped the other man. Well, that was the right hand again from Hearns, trying the sugar chin for size. We wondered what the tactics would be here. Leonard's people convinced me that he would outsmart Hearns and probably go on to outpunch him. Only lost one contest, remember, Leonard, to Roberto Duran, and that was so close. It was close enough for argument for me, anyway. And then, of course, he really humiliated Duran in the second fight. Pushing up to near 100 degrees heat when they came into the ring. Well, Hearns, point scoring all right, because Leonard has just taken stock, and he won that round, Hearns. And look at this, after timing here. Well, that shows you, and Leonard there, finding that he was hurt. He really doesn't care. He's got such a tremendous personality. He doesn't need to be a mini Ali. It's a shame, really, he wastes that talent. Just greasing around the face, helping him to slip punches, and he's talking back there, Sugar. I think he said he caught me after the bell.
Don't grab your hands at the bell. Get it, get it, get it. Get right out of the corner. Let's stay cool, man. Get back, man. Get back, let me work. Don't worry about it. I'll box him, I'll smart him, cut him off, you know what I mean?
We'll have a look at that in replay. And as the bell goes, he's trying to playfully push him away, but Hearns is not having any of that nonsense. And there's the play acting. So into round two then. And Hearns grabbed the center of the ring, boxed well, and yet I felt that Leonard seemed to know what he was doing all the time. He wasn't too bothered, marvelously relaxed, really, considering the pre-fight build-up. It's got a lot to live up to. The richest fight in history. We all thought perhaps that the game might fade a bit when Muhammad Ali went out, but these two have lifted it. And really dollars drip from every facet, but you don't have to be hungry to be a winner in this business. There's a lot of pride at stake with these two. Incredible, this man Hearns' height. He's over 6'1". He even wears elevated boxing boots. They say he's got an 8-inch reach on Leonard. I'm not so sure about that, because they must have shrunk Leonard a bit. They said he had a 74-inch reach when he knocked out Dave Reed, but it's suddenly come to 70. Wonder what the game plan, as they say here, is going to be. Such terrific cornermen in Angelo Dundee there, 60 years old in Leonard's corner. Emmanuel Stewart, who's come up with 2 world champions, he's only in his 30s, in Hearns' corner. They really chess plan, a bit like Spassky and Fisher, I think, to get these fellas to come out and do the job. It's a question of when Ray, there he goes, he's now going to show off with that right hand a little bit there. He did that with Roberto Duran, you may remember. Going to try and plant that on Hearns' chin, but he's got to get himself inside those long and very dangerous arms, aren't they? They're like bolts at the end of them. But Leonard stopped more than his share of opponents. He can hit a bit too, don't forget that. 21 of 30 fights he stopped. Great expectations the whole time. Whenever Hearns throws that right hand, They're expecting Leonard to hit the floor. But he's really a class above most of Hearns' opponents, I would have thought. And he's been in with a regularly higher class than Hearns has. And I thought that tipped the scales in Leonard's favour. And he's now starting to unleash some punches in round 2. The stare at the end of the round there, I tell you, this man Hearns has got an expression of a sort of veteran poker player. It just doesn't change that face.
You're actually working real good. Real cool. You're working real good.
So there's Emmanuel Stewart from the Detroit gymnasium, the Kronk they call it.
That's on his neck right away.
Most like being in a barber shop with that lot round him. Into round 3. Very confident, relaxed start by Leonard. But it was Hearns who was just picking away there and getting those points, I thought. You can't be a looking glass fighter. You've got to score, and that's what Leonard has been doing. Just sort of sizing up the opposition. He's good at that. Former Olympic champion in Montreal. And Hearns fought George Gilbody as an amateur at Wembley back in '76 with a split verdict. Whew. There are, the bombs are starting to unload. They're really trying to throw grenades at each other. Hearns cutting off the ring there when Leonard wants to move. Watch that now. He cuts down the ring size, stops Leonard's retreat. Leonard can so quickly change his tactics. Really has all the ingredients of such a great fight with two class fighters who can box, punch, take a punch. You would almost think that Hollywood Central Casting have made this match. Maybe that's why it's made so much money. Referee Pearl seems to be having an easy job trying to stay out of the picture. Sign of a good referee, that. Yeah, Leonard just tasting a few of that stinging left hand. You can see why they call him the Motor City Cobra. Flicks out there, and it's a stinging punch from close up like that, I assure you. It racked into Leonard's face a few times. Well, that's a bit of unfair use of the ropes. Oh, and that's the best punch Leonard's thrown so far there. He's now trying Hearns' chin for size, isn't he? To say to Hearns, you're not the only one that can punch, you know. There it is again. And a great third round, and it's really moving into top gear now. Yes, this one is going to be as good as we thought it would be. Oh, but honestly, there's a few people fainting around this ringside, I think, because of this intense heat anyway, and they're terrified to look down or blink in case they miss a knockout. And for $500, they want value. There you are, the little bit of needle showing at the end of the third, and Leonard saying, that's it. That's what I can do when I open up.
Bye-bye, Tommy. Back downstairs.
Back downstairs, they're saying now to Leonard, they want him to throw punches to the body, to weaken the body, making the head fall. And in replay, in that terrific third round there, feel a lot of teeth gritting going on, a few missed punches, but sometimes the wind must hurt, I would think, at the speed they're coming in.
That's my man. That's my man. Show me the ball. Show him the ball, baby. What we gonna do to him? All right, put him out of here. Put him out of here.
Leonard trying to cut down Hearns' leverage by getting close in. So coming up then for the sixth round, and really the pattern hasn't changed yet. They're really trying to take each other out the whole time. Leonard is now standing his ground a bit more, but Hearns pecking away there, long punches. He's starting a bit of show-off stuff as well. Definitely won the opening rounds, Tommy Hearns. Leonard came back in a bit more, but, well, at this stage, I think Hearns has got to be in front. He's just doing that bit more. But Leonard had this trouble in his last fight with Kaluli, the 11 stone championship, and then he just completely switched tactics. He's always liable to do it here. One thing for sure, the judge is going to have a hard job to sort this one out in the unlikely event that it went 15 rounds. But really, they take such a good punch. It's going to take a really tremendous turnaround for one to knock the other one out anyway. Drops that left hand low, Hearns. But there, he's got the reach to go with it. He can pull away, but when he pulls away from punches, tends to get hit. It's better off when he climbs all over the man in top of him. Slight bruising around Leonard's left eye. That's the result of that long left hand coming at him. I still think it's remarkable how Hearns manages to get to 10 stone 5 with a frame like that. He's got hollow legs. Stamina's going to come into this because Hearns has not been beyond 12 rounds. Duran tested Leonard for 15 in their first fight, so he's had that experience. And now it's Leonard now. Caught Hearns because Hearns got a little cock in. He got caught and he's in trouble in this sixth round. And this is where you'll see that Chiller champion coming out with Leonard. What a great fight. Only into the sixth round and it's all happening. Every punch a potential payoff. Oh, that was a good shot of Leonard, that left hook to the body. You saw Hearns wince here, I saw that, and dropped his right hand to protect those ribs. Tremendous punches going in. This is all the way back to Ray Robinson, Carmen Basilio, that kind of war. Marvelous welterweight championship. And Leonard realizing that he's got to go for Hearns at the end of the sixth round. They need a break, and we'll take one as well. Round 7, right hand punch, because his legs really wobbled in the sixth. So Leonard now recovered a bit of ground there. May have got a 2-point advantage in that one. Remember, the referee does not score, only the 3 judges, all from the Nevada Commission. Well, this is why so many fight traders, the managers, the trainers, have all tried to see this fight, because it's now living up to expectations, isn't it? Two great craftsmen, plenty of guts and a lot of power. Definitely got better punch versatility, though. He switches so good from body to head. Hearns a little bit more predictable. Trying to pour Leonard off, set him up for the punch the whole time. Defended his version of the championship 3 times now, Hearns. goes Leonard again. Can he follow up that 6th round now? Well, he's certainly recovering the points and reminding Hearns that he's got a long way to go and more to come. Hearns a bit confused. Instead of using the ring as he did earlier now, he's trying to stay on top of Leonard, and he's trying for it, and the legs have weakened again. The knees are definitely betraying him a bit there, aren't they? Can Leonard put him down, or is he going to take his time? He's got to watch punching himself out, of course. But he's too smart for that. He's a bit specialist in Sugar Ray. Hearns never hit the deck yet. Wasn't a great puncher as an amateur, but he's made up for it as a professional. Left hook to the body there really is a weak punch. Hearns a bit pleased to hold on now. He's hoping that Leonard is going to ease up, but he's always willing to fight back. Doesn't seem possible that they can stand up under this punishment. Welterweight hitting like full-blown middleweight. Again from Leonard and a word in the ear, and the crowd just loving it. Losing the gum shield out of his mouth there, and Hearns says, "You're not punching, man." And let's have a look at that in replay in the 7th. So Leonard now, as they say in the trade, becoming the governor, isn't he? He's getting back on top again. Hearns started off well. Just look at that combination. Absolutely perfect. The legs buckled a bit there of Hearns. Into round 8. And really no respite. Leonard has been saying, and he reminded me of it just before the fight, this one is for me, not just the money. Mind you, he'll put about $12 million in the bank, and he won't try all the way there. That was why I was surprised that they made Hearns the last-minute favourite. This man Leonard, he really does inspire with holding 2 championships, tremendous amateur record, only lost 5 of 145. Hearns sensibly now trying to use the ring, the perimeter. It's 20-foot square. And now it's Leonard's turn to cut the ring size down as he's trying to corner the tall fella. There's no question, if Hearns was Leonard's height and had a similar reach, I'm sure that Sugar Ray would get to him a lot quicker. Good example here where Hearns is not just a puncher, he can box. Leonard trying to bide his time, but he wants to make sure he doesn't run out of it. There you are. Led with the right, got away with it, and Hearns was walking right onto it, going clockwise into it. And the legs again now, just saying, well, I'm not sure whether I can stand up if this keeps up. He's well advised to walk the other way, and then he might walk onto a left hook. While he keeps piling the points up with that left hand, don't forget that with Hearns. There he goes again. Punches of Leonard really seeking in. Cornermen absolutely frantic here, you've no idea. Referee staying well out of the picture again. Pulling Hearns' gloves on tight as he comes out of the corner. Semi-breather, really, I thought, in the 9th and 10th in many ways. Really changes the whole time. It's very hard to pick winners because one wins one round, one wins the other. Great fight, no doubt about that. I think now that Leonard has picked up the points that he'd lost at the start, and it really is fairly even at this stage. But a swelling around Leonard's left eye now, beginning in more trouble, I think, as he goes along. They've got the ice pack on it. And I just heard him say to Dundee as he left that corner, I've got to start really getting on top. I think when it comes to long distance, that Leonard fancies his chances a bit more than Hearns. He's not sure. It's all a bit unknown territory for him, the long distance. Knocking people over, but I think he's come to terms with the fact that he can't put Leonard away easily. No question about it. Sugar Ray's become one of the game's great ones. And I think even Muhammad Ali here at ringside would agree with that. Trying to switch punches, Leonard, move inside that ridiculous long reach, and couldn't do it there. Went to duck, caught the right hand. And there you can see the swelling there now, plainly around Leonard's face. But Leonard not backing off now under this barrage. Probably saying to himself, Leonard, I've tasted the best shots, you can't hurt me now. And there's an example there. Both hands straight as I think, like lances coming at you with these punches of Hearns. They're really painting to each other, spelt with a knee, of course, trying to kid each other to make mistakes. Leonard regards boxing as a bit of an art form.
Yeah, keep the right hand up. I better tell you, it's all your right hand up. Bang, bang, keep it up here. As long as you see, every time you shoot that right hand.
And they're chanting for Ali as Hearns encourages it. And of course, the big smile on Ali's face. Into round 12. And really now, the points for me balanced. The rounds that Leonard has won, I thought, were more commanding than those of Hearns. Nonetheless, he had to pull back quite a few points in the opening rounds. Seems that the game plan changes with each round. Leonard's cornermen pushing him to throw a few more punches. I don't think they're that anxious that he could lose, but they know that judges here, well, they might go for his flicking left hand the whole time. There it is again. It does pile up the points, and it's certainly hurting Leonard's left eye there, isn't it? No question, real quality boxing this. Correct punching. All the things that we predicted that it would be, except at this stage, no knockdowns. And really, no blood in sight, despite the damage around Leonard's cheek. Get fair odds too if you wanted to pick either of these men to win on a 15-round point decision. Hit counter the whole time. It really is, as I said, a chess game, isn't it? Not only with the cornermen, but with the contestants. All that dawn road work that they've been doing here, the hard work at the gymnasiums, the endless hours of exercise, this is where it all counts. Where one man really has to try and impose his will upon the other when it's as equal as this. The crowd right at the back, high up in those bleachers there, they really respond to that right hand when Hearns throws it. Leonard tends to ignore it.
You're blowing it now, son. You're blowing it. Okay, put the ices back. Keep that there. Keep that there, Ray, baby, right there. Open your mouth wide. Let's go. Ray, you're going to fire. You're not firing.
Well, terse words indeed from Dundee there. You're blowing it. You're not firing.
Ray.
Well, they are working on it.
Look quicker. You got to take it away from him, okay? Speed. Come on.
Round 13 then. And really Dundee saying, you've got to take it away from him. He's concerned that Leonard is a bit behind. I'm not so sure about that, really. He certainly do some good work in the corner here. And when you talk of Angelo Dundee as just a trainer, it's almost like referring to the other Angelo as just a stonemason. No, that was just a trip, and a nice sporting touch there. Leonard didn't take advantage of that, and quite rightly wasn't ruled a knockdown. The mandatory 8 count would be in effect if the referee thought it was a knockdown. And sticking faithfully to that left-hand jab, he's nearly given up the chance of the right hand to try and knock Leonard out, but Leonard having trouble seeing. There's no question about that now. Can't really see that right hand coming at him with the left eye damage like that. When he was in trouble with Kaluli, he suddenly switched it on. Can he do it here? So we've got to test Hearns' stamina. Another good right hand, and he really sprayed from that one. And Leonard sensed it. He saw it in Hearns' eyes, and he's going to unload on him. And this could be unlucky for one in the 13th, I promise you. And his legs have gone completely. Now, I wouldn't have thought he may not rule that as a knockdown. No, he isn't. The referee is calling him in, but there were punches thrown. He finished up with half a push, and referee Davy Pearl is saying to the knockdown timekeeper, no, I'm not ruling that a knockdown. And Leonard's back in, and if there's any doubt about any points here now, he's certainly making it up. Leonard doesn't let them off the hook too much. Hearns has got to get a bit desperate, either fight his way out of trouble or run, or both. And he's decided to go on the retreat, and who can blame him? There's Leonard trying to cut the corners off. Just watch this now. There it is again, the right hand. Hearns really in trouble in the 13th. He's going to be lucky to survive this one. Same position as before when he went out the ring. And it's all become one way, and his legs are giving way. And I think he's got to get that as a knockdown or not. He called him back, he didn't have it, he's not in a position to defend himself. We'll go to the 8th, but it's right at the end of the round. It'll go past the round. When he got to 8, and Hearns was up, the bell quite rightly went, but it overran the 3 minutes there. Well, what a turnaround that is. Now that, for me, puts Leonard in front, because he must have won that round by a clear 2-point margin. And in replay, we can see that. Still holding his head high there like a weather vane, Hearns. He should be ducking a bit more. Doesn't know how to cope with this. First time, really, he's been in trouble as a professional. And he's blowing hard, isn't he? Definitely running out of gas as well, Hearns. No question about that. And that was the one. Right through his guard, on the nose, falling back through the ropes. The legs have gone a bit. From the other angle. Side of the face there, doesn't know which way to go and gets caught. So the 14th round now, and there's no question that Sugar Ray must go for his man in style. He really has the reputation among everybody in the trade as being one of the best finishers. But Hearns trying to come back now. That's smart. Keeping Ray off with the long left hand. It's going to be hard work for him, isn't it? As I said before, they underestimated the punching power of Sugar Ray Leonard. Is there any doubt at all about Hearns' stamina? We often wondered that, whether he can really make that weight and stay strong to stay 15 rounds. Working to the body well, Leonard. That's a real calculating pro job, that one. The body doesn't have eyes. They don't see the punches coming. Oh, yes, and just went past the whiskers there. Only just caught him on the chin. Leonard thought he'd won, threw his arms in the air. And he's got it as he wants now, isn't he? No question about that. In the 14th round, what a great turnaround this has been, and what a great fight. And Hearns is really struggling for dear life now. The referee poised, isn't he? It looks as though he might dive in and not wait for a knockdown. We'll see. Not fighting back now, Hearns. And it's all over. Davy Pearl says that's enough. I suppose a compassionate act. And the ring going crazy, and Ray Leonard totally undisputed welterweight champion of the world, and what a great finish it was. Hearns at least had the satisfaction of staying on his feet at the end and wasn't counted out. But that's the way to pull a fight out of a fire, although I did think that he was ahead. The word has it that the judges had Hearns ahead, but they were obviously seeing a different fight to me. Leonard knows just when he has to give all. One of the great ones of the boxing business, and what a sad look it is on Hearns' face. The finish again in replay. There's the right hand. It only just flicked past his chin, but Leonard knew that he'd done some damage. He spotted it in Hearns' eyes. He obviously had another look at the legs as he did at another time, watched them buckling.
Of the 14th round,
referee Davy Pearl didn't have much
hail
option, did he?
to the new, undisputed welterweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
And there's the millionaire man of the moment, and what a great champion he is.